Hey everybody, welcome back. Pop Retro. Pop Retro 1 at Twitter and Instagram. Find me on Facebook at facebook.com/popretro1. Wanted to take a few minutes today. Still getting over my cold, but feeling a little bit better. But I did want to take just a few minutes to show you a stack of stuff that I got from Mill Creek Entertainment this past week. And I thought since there are some Christmas titles in this delivery, that it would be appropriate to do it here before the Thanksgiving weekend is over, as we're heading into the heavy holiday time of the year, holiday season, I should say. So first up, starting off, we got the 20th Anniversary Edition Blu-ray of Josie and the Pussycats. So 20 years, obviously. This came out in 2001 from Universal. Now, this was one that this was like background noise to me. This was not something I was super interested in watching back 20 years ago when it came out. But I know, it would pop up on TV every once in a while, and so it would just be playing in the background. But now, in my old age, I'm actually looking forward to popping this one in and checking it out. And I'll be writing up a review on this at some point too, as well as doing a regular video quick review on it too. Here's a look at the back. So Mill Creek just doing a really good job of knocking out of the park these old catalog titles from years and years ago. I especially love their 80s and 90s retro VHS releases, but they put out a lot of stuff from the OOs. Is that the aughts? Is that what the aughts are called? From 2000 to 2009, that era. They've put out a good amount of titles from that era too that I either missed or have kind of forgotten about. And it is hard to believe that 2001 is 20 years ago. And so I don't know what's considered vintage and classic anymore, because so many things. I have a car. I have a Honda Civic that's a 1996 and still my daily driver, and it is what is that, 26 years old now? So I should be able to start putting that in classic car shows pretty soon. So anyhow, I digress, as always. Up next from Mill Creek on DVD is The Match, inspired by a true story. So we go from Josie and the Pussycats to Nazi Germany. In the spring of 1944, a football match between an elite Nazi team and a group of prisoners is organized to commemorate Adolf Hitler's birthday. Tasked with forming and training the prisoner team, a former Hungarian football captain inspires hope and a chance of survival against all odds. So this is I think this is a fairly new movie. I did look it up, but I'd never heard of it. 2021, it looks like, on the date. And I've come prepared. Due to my old age, some of the small type on the packaging of some of these is difficult for me to read. I don't have really good lighting here behind me. But so I bought myself a little magnifying glass, so now I really feel like an old man, the old man that I am. So 2021, my eyes were not deceiving me. So that is The Match. The Match. Up next, this one will get us kicked off of YouTube, folks. Stripped Las Vegas. Now, this is a documentary on strippers. Over 20,000 strippers live and work in Las Vegas, some earning over six-figure incomes. But to these performers, it's more than pleasure and play in Sin City as they chase their dreams. Follow 6 of the top exotic dancers as they take you behind the curtain into their personal lives, where they try to make it work during the global pandemic that shut down their industry. Now, this is from 2021, Mill Creek Entertainment and Ostrich Productions present. So Mill Creek is, shows as one of the producers of this documentary, and 3 hours and 25 minutes long. So there's a lot here in this, and see if I can show you the back. Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's just scanty clad. Nobody's too naked there, but there you have it on DVD. Stripped Las Vegas, released from Mill Creek. Now, after that, these last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 DVDs are from a company called Imagicomm Entertainment. And these are DVD releases of movies from a company called INSP Films. INSP INSP, which, I suppose is short for inspiration. But it's also, INSP is I had never heard of it really, but it's a streaming network. I think a cable network, or I don't know if it's a cable network, but it's at least a streaming network that's been around for a while. And it essentially it started out as kind of like the Family Channel did. It started out as a religious network and kind of morphed over the years into more of just a family style network that shows family fare and things of that nature. So these are all Christmas movies that they have done over the past several years now, starting with Christmas in the Smokies. Now, this is the only one I've watched so far. I'll do a review on this by itself. But this is the type of stuff that I like to have around for when Mom comes over, because it reminds me of watching things like Little House on the Prairie. Just that down home stuff from back in the day. And this movie, Christmas in the Smokies, this is the oldest one of the bunch. It's from 2015, and but I enjoyed it. I mean, it was super predictable and super schmaltzy, but it's perfect for your spiked eggnog during the holidays to watch. So. Who was this? Sarah Lancaster and Barry Corbin were the main stars in this one. So, Christmas in the Smokies. Up next, we have Christmas on the Coast. So, it's always Christmas something. This one's from 2017. About a New York novelist, famous for romance stories. She's desperate after a string of flops with her publisher about to drop her. She has just weeks to turn out a bestseller. To spark her creativity, of course, she retreats to her childhood home for the holidays. And as the coastal town prepares for Christmas, she struggles to write while a flood of emotions comes over her. But when handsome local widower Bryson enters her life, raw fiction turns into real romance on the southern shore with an unexpected twist no one saw coming. So, who's in this one? Let's get out this thing again. My magnifying glass, because I can't read. Ooh, Clarence Gilliard is in here. Julie Ann Emery, Burgess Jenkins, Kate Poole. Okay. So essentially these are TV movies now being released on DVD, or maybe they have been released on DVD for a while by Imagicomm, but this is the first I've seen of them. Up next, where can you guess the next Christmas is going to be? It's going to be Christmas we've had in the Smokies, we've had on the coast. This Christmas is Christmas in the Rockies. 19. What year was this one? This was 2000. Oh, this one doesn't even have the year on the back. I know I looked it up though, so I think this one was 2000. Oh no, here it is, 2020. So 2020. We're up to 2020 now with these last three. This one stars Kimberly Sue Murray, Stephen Huzar, and Trish Stratus, the wrestler. Trish Stratus. Katie is ready to leave her small town for a career-changing opportunity in New York, but an accident involving her dad forces Katie to turn down the job and help with the family business. She soon discovers their company is at risk of going under, and winning the prize money from the holiday lumberjack competition may be her only hope to save it. When a romance sparks with fellow competitor Harrison and New York comes calling again, Katie must choose between the contest, her heart, and her dream job. So there you go. There's a look at the back of Christmas in the Rockies. All right, two more of these Christmas movies. Pardon me. Man, I get this cold every single year at Thanksgiving time. My entire adult life. I don't know what the deal is. All right, where is Any guess where the Christmas is going to be this time? That's right, it's Christmas in the Wilds. Starring Caitlin Lieb, Victor Zink Jr., Melinda Shankar, with Kate Vernon and Laura Vandervoort. Okay. So, separated by a fierce blizzard, new couple Buck and Jessica take on uncharted wilderness in hopes of reuniting for their first Christmas together. But as treacherous conditions turn their adventure into a battle of survival, it reminds them how far they're willing to go for love. So, there you have it. Christmas in the Wilds. I'm getting them confused now. And this is 2020 also. There's a look at the back, some of the players. So you can imagine these, I don't watch a lot of, or not in recent years, like Hallmark movies or Lifetime, but probably more like Hallmark movies, you know. And I think that's probably what these are, essentially. So here's the last one, okay? Christmas. Any guesses? What do we got left? Well, we've got Christmas in the Pines. Just as Ariel is about to fulfill her Christmas dream of buying an idyllic cottage for her family, she discovers that the mysterious seller accepted 2 identical offers. Oh. Her competition, a handsome architect named Mark, has no intention of letting the cottage go, and the only resolution is for them to hunker down and battle it out, with the first person to leave forfeiting the home. As they transition from strangers to roommates in mere moments, Ariel and Mark discover that the perfect holiday getaway may not be the only thing that has stolen their hearts. You can guess what's coming there. There's a look at the back. And the stars in this one, Gillian Murray, Dean Geyer, Grant Goodeve, and Leigh Allen Baker. So there you go. So that's 5. If I've only watched the first one, but 5, if the first one's any indication, 5 cheesy but very traditionally old-timey in their execution, but very comforting Christmas movies. So I'm going to try to blow through these all through December and space them out and get you all the all the highlights from Christmas in the everywheres. And of course, the others, Josie and the Pussycats, the main, the big one, and from Mill Creek this month, and The Match, and Stripped Las Vegas. So there you go, my stack of stuff from Mill Creek Entertainment. And yeah, that'll wrap this video up. But I will be back here again real soon, so check back in, and we will see you then.